This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for what we call a second shot golf course, providing you can get the ball in play. You will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3 wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try and squeeze that driver down the left side. Shorten this hole up a little bit because it plays every inch of that 450 yards.
Excellent looking shot here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit?
If you're going to hit it down.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, what's the player facing now with this approach shot here at the first?
Well, Rich, that tee shot looked like a draw off the tee. The second shot, because of that bunker just short right of that green, suits the cut coming in here.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. 1 under early in the round. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really 2 bunkers that you've got to, or 2 complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you'll see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a 2-shot hole, and play it that way.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the CB McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
So 2 under early on. So they'll tap in. Now 2 to the good side. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
Well, the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
He has this putt for birdie. So in the early going, already -3.
Now at the fourth, par 3, and Frank, what's the key here?
Somehow find some green grass. The name Sandpit pretty much tells you what is around the green.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Continues to putt beautifully.
You have to like that. 4 under.
Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
Second shot.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Just a little offline, so now, Frank, he's going to have to deal with a rough.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how strong he is.
And setting up here in the rough.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank a little too amped up trying to make eagle there?
Oh, well, you don't get the opportunity every day, Rich, so can't blame him for that. That birdie's the consolation prize.
Come on, don't do that.
Cruel, lip out.
Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. So just a formality here. Good solid work right there and stays at 4 under.
What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
Yeah, it's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one.
Strong wind here early in the round.
Should be safely on deck.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under.
Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green. So it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance. That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number. Something that you got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Well, Frank, no doubt players thinking about one thing, making a three, hitting a good shot in there close.
Yeah, the green does narrow up a little bit in that back left corner, but a good layup gives you a chance to go directly at the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. 555-yard par 5 eighth hole. Frank, is this a two-shotter or a three-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think he tried at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
That's
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. What a shot right there. Beautifully done. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. And getting ready for the putt. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number. Ooh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Beautiful looking shot right here. It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we were living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Go. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Now the difficult second shot here at the par 4 ninth.
This is a good-looking shot.
Settles in over the putt.
On fire right now. 7 under par. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot he is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice, strong breeze.
Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
You'd like that one again.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Frank, just a surgical touch out there.
And the scorecard reflects yet another birdie.
He has this attempt for par.
And that's in for a par. Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards.
Excellent looking shot here. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Ooh, the big bopper got a hold of one there. 325 yards. Hello there. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Now the third shot here at the par 5 11th. Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
Terrific golf shot.
And now, that for an easy birdie.
And setting up here in the rough. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Standing over this putt. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day.
Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. You know, that's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, what's the right play here? Second to the short 12th.
Short flags, obviously got to keep it on that front section. When you've got a back flag, you've got to get it over that little faint ridge that's in the middle of the screen. Got to go past that.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
These putts keep the round together.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Oh, this is right at it. This is an awkward length. Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Good chance here. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Did the job right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, what's the best way to make three here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's two definitive options. You know, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play till you finish the hole.
beautiful looking shot right here. Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Frank, what do you like here on this approach shot at 14?
Green is more triangular. It's wider at the front, narrows as you get towards the back of this green. If you're going to go with that back flag, you could perhaps bring something in there a little lower and sort of skip it up. Apart from that, just a nice, high, soft landing short iron.
And getting ready for the putt. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Building something very special at 12 under par.
Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that had some meat behind it.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, the 15th is called Turning Home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Settles in over the putt. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for holy cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Nothing wrong with that par putt.
Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Third shot, looking for a good one. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Now a chance for a birdie. 13 under on the day.
Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West.
Okay, 160 yards left to the flag. Good chance at one. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So a tester from 4 feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better. That's fine. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Just 5 feet left. And he has it for birdie. For par. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to TPC Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, you're no stranger to this layout, and you can get huge swings late in the championship. 16's the reachable par 5. We know what can happen at 17. And 18 with water all along the left, that's just one of the most daunting tee shots in the game.
You've got three of the biggest shots that you really have to sort of muscle up to. You're right, 16's reachable, therefore an eagle is a possibility. But also we've seen 6s and 7s. 17, we've seen 2s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, you name it. You keep hitting. Just ask Sean O'Hare a few years ago when he had a chance to win the championship. And of course 18, one of the most uncomfortable tee shots because you've got to hit it in the neck of that fairway.
Good contact, good result. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
Frank, the approach shot here at the par 4 first. What's the right way to attack?
The much easier flag is down that right side because you can run that ball with the slope to that low side. Tough flag on the left.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Getting set now over the putt.
One under early in the round. These putts keep the round together. In red figures at 1 under par. Now to the second. Frank, what do you make of this hole?
Well, over the years, we've seen more and more people hitting 3-wood off this tee. And the 3-wood's normally easier to draw, and it doesn't run out down that right side.
Frank, going back 100 years or more, we used to see winning scores in stroke play tournaments, 72-hole events of 300 thereabouts. But obviously, like so many things in golf, everything has improved.
Yeah, people would scoff at sort of saying 475s would win a U.S. Open or a British Open. It didn't, and it does. But, you know, with equipment and people have really got into the game, they've worked it out, and they just plain got better at it. They realize that, you know, stroke play, you can't just swing from the trees, so to speak. You've really got to work your way around and get better. You just can't sort of settle for mediocrity.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Not quite dialed in all the way on that shot, but still on the putting surface. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, TPC Sawgrass has been such a great stage for so many great players through the years. I'm thinking about Norman, Couples, Love, Tiger, Phil, Sergio. They've all won here.
Well, when Norman shot that incredible score, that really made them change the golf course. It became a little bit more difficult after that, but seeing Fuzzy Zoeller wave the white towel after what was probably one of the best driving exhibitions I've ever seen in my lifetime was something. And, of course, my fellow countryman Craig Perks using just one putt over those last 3 holes was memorable.
Here we go. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed. When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. So 2 under early on. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Did the job right there.
Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie try up next.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Surprise, surprise.
That's just when you thought things were going to go the other way.
-2 early in the round. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
This is a good-looking shot.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to putt beautifully. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way, really, to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up.
Beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. I like the looks of this one. That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. moves to 5 under par. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Hole number 6, 393 yards. Well, he has not been bothered by these strong winds today. It has really been gusty, but you wouldn't know it watching this guy on TV. They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Good-looking shot right here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just 5 feet left. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Straight at it.
He has given this one the full treatment. perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Birdie try up next. Second shot. Good look at the green. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And now he has this for the birdie. How about 7 under par now? Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
Well, you come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry. Safely on deck.
Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
For the par.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
These putts keep the round together. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Now at 5 under for the round. Good round going at 6 under. Frank, the ninth is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable. What a great shot. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
That shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close, that's good. Frank, narrow entryway to this green here at the ninth. Short shot, but kind of difficult.
Yeah, don't want to get too aggressive here. You missed the green on the left, that bunker there, very difficult to get it up and down. And of course, there's the two little pop bunkers on the right side.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Just a couple of feet. Keeping pace. Good stuff right there. 6 under par. Frank getting set now for one of the more exciting back nines in all of golf right here at TPC Sawgrass.
And it starts at 10. It looks like a dogleg to the left, really, but you've got to play it as a straightaway tee shot. The run out, just over 310 yards.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good round going, -7. And he has it for birdie. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558 yard, par 5, no shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it. That's fine.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Second shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you get in Scotland with the wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
This is a good-looking shot. Just a pure strike, a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. This drive down the left side, Frank.
Yeah, it creates a blind second shot because of the mounds in front, so a little bit of guesstimation coming up here, but still only a short iron.
from about 8 feet. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass, tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Ten under par on the day. Shouldn't be a problem here. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
14th hole, 481-yard, par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets completely wrecked. Ask Vijay Singh. It cost him a Players' Championship. Many a player there has dealt with that left side. You will pay the price. Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, there's a lot to factor in on this approach at the 14th.
You can favor right side of this green instead of allow the contours of the green just to move that ball to the left.
This one has a chance to be close. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
The second shot now to the par 4.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. It's at sneaky distance.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole, and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past and miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that positive attitude.
He'd settle for par here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a little tap in here. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey. 9 under for the round. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees. Big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already.
Locked in on the read and the speed. He's made it. Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, with a chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. That is another laser right at the flagstick. These putts keep the round together. Wow, I thought he made that. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Just a couple of feet.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
This is a good-looking shot.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
No, he's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Now, my yardage book says 145 yards to the hole. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to putt beautifully. So just a formality here. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes, and the job isn't done yet.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Excellent looking shot here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Now he just needs one final good swing here. The approach shot to the last.
That green's starting to look a little smaller than what it did earlier in the day.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just 5 feet left. And that's a birdie. Just an unbelievable round thus far. And 12 under on the day. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest.